Hi, and welcome to the Boat Princess podcast. My name is Nikki Vo, and I'm your host. I'm a boat owner, a marinas owner, an international conference presenter, and a huge advocate for boating. I'm sharing the stories from every nook of the boating industry with the intention of encouraging more women to join me and for more women to get behind the helm too. I want to share the experience and opportunities of boating, of the boating industry, and I want you to join me as I bring the conversations and answer all the questions you've had. Boating is not just for the glamorous and rich and famous, it's full of beautiful and interesting people making the most of our natural environment and getting out there enjoying the waterways. So, let's let off the lines, take over the helm, and escape to the world of boating. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Boat Princess podcast. You know how tough my life is. Well, right now I am sitting on top of a beautiful Fairline 58 squadron in the middle of Cannes Yachting Festival. And I'm excited to share with you that I'm going to interview a female. Isn't that exciting? That is so exciting. So, the lovely Olivia White, who is the co-founder and marketing director of Browns International. Welcome to the Boat Princess podcast.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited for this interview. We did it it was quite spontaneous, wasn't it? We decided
Absolutely.
was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday we even met for the first time, which is quite exciting as well. Obviously, we chatted a lot on Instagram and TikTok and all that, but yeah, so it was so good to meet you in person and so nice to be here. So thank you for having me, Nikki.
Oh, pleasure.
Thank you.
I've clocked you on Instagram and I've followed you do a really good job of your digital.
Thank
We're going
you.
to explain
Yeah.
why that's happened in this process, in this podcast. But it's wonderful that you've come into this industry, and I really want to delve into you as a person, because one of the premises of this podcast is we'd like to find out from women specifically how they got there, why they got there, to illustrate to other women out there that these positions do exist.
Exactly. It's not just men here.
Exactly. Yeah, and that they can be that too. So,
Yes.
So Olivia, tell me, let's go right back to the beginning of your educational world.
Okay.
You grew up in sort of East Anglia region of England, didn't you?
Exactly, yeah. So I'm from Norwich originally, which was where my family has kind of always been from. So never moved anywhere until I was about 18, and I had a very normal childhood. Went to school in Taverham in Fort Marriott and kind of stuck with that. Did a year and a bit at private school when doing my A-levels, and then went to uni. But my family also have a little bit of boating background as well, which is kind of why the boats, basically, because I do feel like it's quite a niche thing to get into. So I was quite lucky. My dad it's quite interesting because he had a transport company which transports machinery, so like things like, I don't know, things for chemical plants, or Haas was one of his clients, so random machinery basically. Or the other thing he does is transports boats. And it's funny that we're sitting on a Fairline because one of his clients was Fairline.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Love the link.
So I've always been around boats and the boating kind of world, and we had a small speedboat as well when I was growing up. So I've kind of always been around that, been very interested in it, always loved going to the boat shows. We went to Southampton and London every single year. I was very lucky. I got to see a lot of things because of my dad bringing the boats in. I got to see a lot of the events set up from kind of when it went from like nothing to kind of boats sitting there with chocks on and then seeing stands being built. So I was always very interested in the event side, more than obviously sales and things like that. I think it's quite, I don't know if anyone grows up thinking they're going to go into sales, but but I mean, I always loved being at the events. I found it very glamorous. Obviously, you know, once you're in the industry, it's not so glamorous once you're actually working it and doing it and behind the scenes. But so I don't know if I ever thought I was going to go into that industry, but I did always have a keen love for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So is that why you did event management at uni?
That kind of, yes. I basically didn't want to pick a traditional subject. I didn't want to carry on any of my A levels. I did psychology, sociology, history, and something else which I can't remember what that is now, but I didn't want to carry on any of those. So, and I didn't actually particularly want to go to university at the time. I just wanted to travel. So I picked events management because it was something similar to business, because I love business always, but I also thought it was quite creative because I love being creative too. So you had topics like obviously event management, but then you also had like business, finance, economics, law. So it's quite a mixture, quite varied topics, which is why I thought it'd be quite interesting and not too samey, and also hadn't done it before, so I was very interested. And I was very lucky in the end to work for half a year and go travelling before going to uni as well. So
nice.
Then I went to Coventry Uni and did my uni there.
Awesome. So it's interesting, event management.
Yes.
I am an ex-conference and banquet manager myself.
Nice. So you know all about it,
the
glam.
I do. And I actually started at the Ritz and Grosvenor House in the UK.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So, of course, Grosvenor House is where they have the great room and the ballroom, and they do all the big BAFTA events and all that sort of stuff. So, fabulous place to start your career in events. Event management is incredibly good at teaching you how to do a whole bunch of different things.
Yes, exactly.
And it's actually an incredible problem solving continuously.
Yeah, think on your feet a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think, interestingly, if you've done event management as a course and then been in that world for a little while, it sets you up pretty well for any other career that you get into.
A little bit of people management as well, and smiling a lot and trying to getting on with the job at the same time.
Yes, dealing with the problems in front of the clients.
Oh gosh, yes.
You know that sort of duck sort of floating across the top of the water with the legs madly going underneath.
Exactly, like that's event management. Down to a T. If it looks good, everyone behind the scenes is working very, very hard.
Which is what the boating industry is.
Oh my god, right. And that's what I loved when I first came into the industry. That it's so team orientated, and it has to be. You can't put on a boat show, or you can't really even do a sail without a team. Like, you need everyone around you to be working together, from marketing, sales, law, everything. It just all combines together, and that's what I did really love about when I came in. That everybody was kind of like, it wasn't like, that's not my job role. It was kind of like, let's do this together so we can work on this and move to the next stage and make it better for everyone, which I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, wonderful. So, okay, you've done your education in event management. What happens next?
So when I was doing that, I did a placement year, and I did that at Sunseeker London Group. Oh, nice. Yes, which is very nice. So I did a work experience with Sunseeker at boat shows before that. So I did a couple weekends, met the team, met a lovely lady called Laura Harrison, who I owe a lot to. I wonder if she's listening.
So you've had a female mentor in the business.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah. So when I met her, I was actually talking about her yesterday. Actually, it's quite funny. I loved like the way she was. I loved everything about her. I was just like, oh my god, like this is basically what I want to do. And she's I don't know if you've ever met her, but she's such a lovely person. And when I was at uni, prior to doing a placement year, I reached out, messaged her, and just said, like, could I ever come and do work experience, like happily pay for accommodation, like I'll come for a week, like I just want to come and work in Sunseeker London in the head office and just see what it's all about. Like, that was my dream, and I didn't actually really expect to reply. Not that I thought that she wouldn't reply, but just I know that she'd be very busy, and I did kind of think maybe they don't want work experience people around. And then luckily she did reply, and then I did work experience there for a week, and she was so lovely, and I stayed at her house, and it was the most gorgeous week and lots of hard work, but just kind of embedded in me that I did want to be in this industry.
Yes.
And there was lots of females in the office as well, which is very nice, ranging from accounts to marketing. None actually in sales in the office at the time.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice environment. Everyone was super friendly. So I then went back and did my placement year there, which was very nice in, I think, 2016. Yeah. so a while ago now, and I just loved it. Yeah, it was just everything that I wanted it to be and more. It was very.
So where were you based?
In London.
Okay.
So in the head office, which was great because the head office was obviously overseeing everything in Europe. So I got a really kind of wide view of how the industry works, from France to Spain to Germany, to like all like loads of different events, loads of different people, which like I'm very grateful for because, well, it got me to where I am now, and meeting so many cool new people at that time was very exciting to me, and they all taught me so much. So yeah, that was a great experience, and yeah, I loved it. So
Wonderful. So
yeah,
Sunseeker London Group is the brokerage division
and dealership.
of the dealership,
dealership
that looks
for
after
Europe.
all Sunseeker sales, doesn't it? In
Europe.
in Europe.
Yeah, majority of Europe. Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
offices that aren't within the same dealership, but yeah, majority. Yeah.
And it's a huge brokerage house.
Yeah,
isn't
it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do brokerage and new builds, and I did my placement year there, and then I stayed a year after as well. So that was great. And then when I was there, I met my current partner. And I mean lifelong partner and now business partner.
Oh, he's just been made happier now.
Exactly.
He's relaxed a bit. He said, "Oh, thank
I'm
goodness
like
for
current
that."
partner. How funny! I told you I'd say something weird.
That's fantastic.
And yeah, no, I met him there, and to be honest, like I'm very work orientated, but I did kind of know that. Like he was who I wanted to be with, and so I moved to. He lived in Mallorca, so I moved to Mallorca to be with him.
That's how the Mallorca thing happened.
That's how it happened. And I left Sunseeker, and I actually went to work on a Sunseeker. So yeah, then I was crew for a season, so which was quite.
What size Sunseeker was that?
Just a small, not I say small, but a 74 footer.
Yep.
So it was nice, just me and a captain, and yeah, it was good, really good experience. Like just nice to do. Like I kind of then like broadened my experience a bit more then, because obviously you're doing everything from boat shows, like pre-sales, like you're seeing like how the sales guys work. You see all this stuff. Like I saw obviously what my dad did when I was a kid. Then you go and actually work. I had them for fun obviously when I was a kid. It's like a small speedboat. Then you go and work on one. It's he's kind of broadening everything, which is really exciting.
Yeah. But working actually on a boat.
Yeah.
And I need to interrupt this for a second. If everybody heard that horn, that at boat show means a boat has been sold, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually working on a boat like that gives a completely different side to what goes on, doesn't it?
Completely different.
And gives you an enormous amount of knowledge about what is good on a boat and what is not so good on a boat, right?
And sometimes when I walk on boats, this is a very small thing, and I think a lot of stewardesses will probably think this too. It's not as in like it's nothing like technique-wise or practical, but whenever I see shiny mirrored surfaces on a boat and it's absolutely everywhere, I am like, oh my god, there's poor stewardess. Like this boat is going to be filled with fingertips.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's very it was eye-opening and interesting, and I was grateful to move as well. So it was nice. It was obviously a lot of changes, because I went from being corporate London to then working in the sun outside, and a more like manual physical job, nothing on a laptop, which I was very used to doing everything on a laptop. So my laptop got a little bit of a break.
And was that a charter or a private yacht?
Private, yeah. So it was like a bit in the house as well, like kind of like doing like loads of different stuff really. And it was really interesting, but it wasn't quite for me. Very good experience, but I knew I loved being creative, so I just finished at the end of the season and searched for a job back into creativity again. So
what was that?
In a port actually in Mallorca. At first when I moved, I was very like, oh gosh, no one's going to want to hire me because my Spanish is very bad and all this sort of stuff. So I kind of stuck to more English brands, and I went to work for a bar, and if you've been to Mallorca you'll know Porta Portals. So I worked for a bar in there, but I did the marketing and the helped them launch from the start, because they were just doing a rebrand of the bar, which is very interesting. And he actually owned a boat as well, so there's still like some sort of roundabout boating elements. And it's a really, really good experience. Again, did a season there, and then after that I did actually go back to working with boats and worked for a boating membership club in Mallorca. And that was again eye-opening in its own, because it wasn't charter, so it wasn't like you're having clients come in and then you would never see them again. It's constant members, so you have...
So members of a club
exactly.
that kind of treat it like their own home,
yes,
don't they?
Yes, exactly. So you have to maintain, obviously, the client relationships with the members. I then ended up kind of basically being like the right hand of the owner, if that makes sense, of the membership club, and helping him run this. So did that for a couple of years, and kind of that's where I kind of got my first taste of management in a way, and doing a bit of finance as well, like helping run the accounts and loads of different stuff like that. So again, extremely eye-opening and fun and hard to do. I've been in a boating membership club, as anyone would know who works in boats anyway. It's all 24/7 anyway, but there's no holiday breaks, because obviously everyone boats on their holidays and they do weekend stuff, so your phone never stops.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's good. I got to do a bit of sales too. So yeah, it was interesting. And then after that, I kind of knew I always wanted to do my own thing. Mm-hmm. So I then after that started my own, just being freelance marketing basically for several different brands within Mallorca and the UK, doing a lot of boaty stuff still. Like I helped a crew agency launch and built their website and did their branding for them, did a charter website, loads of different, so again gaining more insight from loads of different brands. Worked with an art dealership. It was very, very interesting time, because I was always doing something very different.
Yes, I can
every
imagine.
5 minutes, which was, yeah, it was
and adapting
fun.
to that particular brand's style and everything as well.
Yeah. And I then went back to obviously doing, still freelance, but doing the bar that I worked with before. I stayed very good friends with them, so I was doing their marketing again in the events, which was very fun. So kind of, yeah, just growing my network in Mallorca and kind of my capabilities of like creativeness as well, and you know what I like to do, and yeah, I just loved it, and knew that I wanted to stick in a creative role that was also brand building as well, which I think kind of then led on to when we started Browns. Obviously that was a key point where I was kind of leading the brand side of it, and Brandon is leading the sales side of it.
Okay.
So we started that in 2020. Oh my gosh, 3. Yes.
Okay.
So just over 2 years.
Before we go into Browns, I want to duck back a bit and unpack something that you've said, and that is you've gone from trained in event management to then onto a boat, and then you've gone to some creative space. Now, you're not trained in that.
No.
So how did you've decided, and this is how we get the best jobs in the world for ourselves. We decide what we're going to do and we do it.
Yes.
So what made you decide to go into that space, and how did you obviously sort of self-taught yourself, or did you do courses? How did you do that?
A lot of self-taught. I don't think I've ever actually done a course on anything creative, which sounds terrible actually.
Well, it's not, because I've seen your work and you're very good at it.
Thank you.
So let's not downplay that.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I mean throughout all of my career, like from whatever point it was at, whether it was at my internship work experience or working with the bar or doing my own stuff, they all had creative elements within it. So when I was back at Sunseeker, I'd obviously like do like the blog, or did the website for them, but I worked with the website team, so I was like learning a bit about websites then. And the funny thing was, I actually lied on my CV originally and was like, I can build a WordPress website, because I tried to make my dad one once. and then literally, like, the ironic thing is that that ended up happening, and I was like, oh my god, I don't actually really know what I'm doing.
Google it quick.
So I was like, oh yeah, okay. And luckily at that point it was just like inputting text and stuff like this, which was a really great way to learn on the team and stuff as well. But yeah, no, so I've always done like creative bits within that, and then as I went to like the boating membership club and the bar was when I started to learn a bit more about creatives, because I was marketing, and I think a lot of people misunderstand what marketing is a lot of the time, and they think it's just a one thing that you do, but marketing is basically everything. It's design, it's brand, it's events, it's even your sales process, because if it's not smooth and it's not nice and not done on brand, it can be incoherent, which can put the customer off. Yeah. So everything I've done was always a bit, people that hire you as marketing, and then they expect you to be able to do everything. So, and I'm I am quite a people pleaser actually.
Yeah.
And I like to please myself, and I like to always do a good job. So if I didn't know how to do something, I would just learn it and just make it happen. And also I think budget is almost this sounds very like, when you work with smaller brands, they obviously don't have a lot of budget. So you are thinking on your feet more, you're learning more, you're being more proactive in yourself and creating what you can from what you've got, which is a really good way to learn. And I would also like to do a massive shout out and thank you to Canva, because without Canva,
yes, I know, right?
my life would be very different.
Yeah, which is an Australian woman.
She is, yeah, she is, and isn't she one of the first? Is she a billionaire? Did she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think and has it gone public? I can't remember if the company's
I believe it has gone public now. Yes.
So so I owe like a massive thank. Like when I discovered Canva, I was because I remember being at previous jobs trying to make invites to clients from PowerPoint on Word, and literally making these horrible things that I was like trying to do myself from PowerPoint. And then I remember being at the bar and discovering Canva, and I was like, oh my god, all my dreams have come true, because as you said, I have never studied creativity or design, so I didn't know how to use Photoshop, I didn't know how to use InDesign, I didn't know how to use any of these quite technical platforms, but
they're also expensive platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
Which the brand doesn't necessarily have the budget for.
Exactly, and and to have like a lot of the platforms do very different things but similar things, and sometimes you need multiple platforms, whereas Canva was quite all in one. So that was amazing to I actually don't know her name, but thank you to the founder of Canva, basically.
Yes. Yeah, she's a legend.
Yeah, she is. And I learned a lot there, and it was everything that I could be creative with. Like I know what looks good, and you learn more and more as you do it what looks even better. So it just gave me the ability to start being more creative with designs and stuff. So that's kind of, I would owe it to like Canva. Honestly, like it sounds so bad, but because I never trained, but Canva, WordPress, Wix, like all of these kind of.
I love Wix.
Yeah.
Wix is brilliant.
Exactly. Like I mean, I know people who have trained in it. I know it's not the best platform, and I know it's kind of seen as like a get by platform. But
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I mean, I've got a very good friend who's an incredible Wix website designer.
Nice, amazing.
And she's done some of our websites for our Waterside Bistro, for Empire Marinas.
Yeah.
And what's amazing about Wix is I'm okay with tech, but I'm not amazing, and I'm certainly not a programmer. But I can go into Wix and change something on our website super quickly.
Yeah, it's
and
really
I'm not having to pay somebody else to do it or anything like that.
Or even time.
Yeah, and it might just be a tiny little change we need to make, which in previous times a designer would have charged us an amount to do, and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
And then we would have to wait for a week, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
All those sorts of things.
And it's literally like one word change, and you're like, why am I waiting this long?
Exactly. Yeah. And I can literally go in and do it.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Exactly.
It's the other thing with Wix is SEO.
Yeah.
Good. We got fantastic SEO with Wix almost immediately for our restaurant and for the marinas. So we are number one for anti-foul in Sydney.
That's so good.
Which is fantastic.
Incredible, it is.
You know? So we really, we play around with the site all the time. We're always doing blogs to help all the boaters about really good information. But we know all that helps the SEO.
Oh my God, 100%.
Yeah.
All of it together really, like anything helps us. It does, like anything online really helps push the site and gets to grow the organic SEO. And I really think tech has enabled so many people to grow into so many different new roles that maybe weren't possible before.
I agree.
Which I think it's definitely opened up, especially maybe for a lot of females as well, has opened up more doors that they could get into without being necessarily specialized in a discipline, basically, with it. Especially
they're just showing the barbecue on the top of the Squadron 58, and as a result we've got some clunks and noises going in the background, but that's cool because it's good to be at a boat show.
Exactly.
It's keeping it very real, and it's lovely to see some gentlemen exploring this fabulous boat, because it is truly fabulous. So
love it.
Okay, so you've got into having your own agency. Now that takes a bit of bravery in itself to sort of take that jump and leap in faith in yourself and say, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
How did you acquire your initial clients with that?
Kind of through people I already knew. So my first client was actually, again, weird story, but art dealer, but who is actually now here at the show, who is now a yacht broker.
No way.
And he does that. He does art as well. But obviously, so he was actually one of my first clients, and he was a friend. And my boyfriend's brother had said, he was like, "Oh yeah, I need to do my social media." And then my boyfriend's brother was like, "Oh, Liv's gonna go freelance. Like, you should work with her." And yeah, we had a cup of coffee, and we already knew each other, like, but not properly, but we got on really well. And yeah, he was my first client. And I also, someone else knew that I was going freelance, which was the charter company that I did the website for. So they were like, "Oh, you can do our website," which was the first one I'd done on Wix, actually. So yeah, it was kind of through people that I already knew, and it kind of already built a reputation up with, which was nice. And yeah, it was actually really nice that they had the confidence in me to give their business to me right at the start as well. Obviously, I was given a cracking price, but it was very good. It was a great experience, and yeah, I'll just be like forever grateful for those people that allowed me to kind of reach out into that new area of my life, which was really, really nice. Yeah. And that was for about, I think it was about 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
And I actually still continued it a bit when we first started Browns, because whenever you start a new business, you obviously never know how it's necessarily going to go. So I wanted to obviously keep different income streams. So
Yes.
I managed a couple of clients still at the start of Browns, and then it was only when it started to like kind of kick off a bit more in 2024 that I kind of had to let go of all my clients, basically, and just which they totally understood, and I'm still friends with them all now, and they're all doing great. So yeah, it's a lovely, nice chapter of my life.
But that's a very clever and sensible way of doing it, to sort of keep your eggs in two baskets for a little while, just in case.
Exactly.
Especially with something like a brokerage, because it does take. Boats don't sell overnight.
No, exactly.
Boats can take up years to sell. So, in terms of certainly brand new ones, brokerage ones are quicker.
Yeah.
But a relationship build with a client, especially at the high end, can take years.
Yes,
So you've got to kind of see how it goes, as you say, for a little while, and then move it from there. So tell me, how did Browns International come together? How did that happen?
So Brandon was in a role, so he's in sales for roughly 12 years now, yacht sales, but he was in a role which was actually more shipyard based at Asmet Grande, and it was a little bit slower than what he was used to, and he was having an amazing time. The team's great there, the product's great, like amazing product, but I think he was just missing a bit of the kind of faster pace kind of like brokerage deals, getting the clients kind of where they needed to be, kind of this more face-to-face with the client. Like, he really loves to be with the client, getting them what they want, finding them the perfect kind of solution for their needs, and
which you can't do if you're just representing one brand.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. Like I think you kind of you work for it the best you can, and you always try and find the best solution for the client, and obviously that product is stunning, and so was all the previous brand, the other previous brand he used to work for as well. So he was also at Sunseeker, and both amazing brands, obviously. Absolutely. Fantastic reputations, and he was just missing, I think, the sales side of everything, and clients were approaching him like just contacts that he's just built up over like just from years, saying like, "Oh, can you like list my boat?" And that just wasn't possible where he currently was. So it just kind of came to the idea that, doing his own brokerage probably would be like a very feasible thing that maybe we'd thought that we wanted to do before, but it never come to like full fruition.
Yep.
And he spoke to Asmet. They were very, very happy for him, very understanding, got a fantastic relationship with them still. We've actually got clients on the stand with them today, and we've done a couple. I've been to a couple of their events since, and we love the team there. It's a great team. So we started that back in 2023. Gosh, I keep forgetting which year. The time is just flying. I'm like, what year are we in now? So 2023, we kind of like soft launched it a bit. Actually, he did the brokerage a bit they knew it as well. They were really supportive a bit at the start of, because we were doing smaller boats then.
Yes.
So there's a small crossover as well, and they did say obviously you can stay on and do both, but it's very hard when you do work with one brand of manufacturer, because it can lead to some people thinking you're biased, or certain brand restrictions, as in like branding of your own company. And we didn't really want that. So we wanted to kind of be a boutique brokerage that could really service the clients and also service our personalities and feed on both of our strengths and what we do best, and kind of attract the clients that are most suited to us rather than that are coming for a certain brand. So yeah, it was a really interesting journey to start with, and yeah, we were very lucky that clients trusted us to start with, and new clients coming through like Instagram and all these other digital marketing platforms, which was fantastic. And we both really wanted to kind of just market the brokerage quite different, like a lot more personality rather than just boats. We were doing everything ourselves when we first started, like built the website. We honestly thought at first we would never have more than 5 brokerage boats at a time, so I just made a really quick website and was just like put like the 3 up that we're going to launch with, like just put them up and we'll go with that. We'll probably never get more than 5 at a time. And then within, I think it was like 8 months, we had something like near like 10 plus boats. Then it grew to like 20 boats, and I was just like, oh my god, the website. I was like, we need to change this. So they actually got some coders in to code everything and do it properly and stuff like that, which was great. But yes, it's grown very quickly, and yeah, we've managed to, because it is the 2 of us, well, was the 2 of us, sorry, we've managed to kind of have a lot of freedom with how we market, how we do the branding. Brandon's great. I let him do his sales. He lets me do like the design, the creative, and kind of say like, okay, we need to do this at this place, or I think we should go about this or this marketing on this boat, or we should do this tour, we should do it like this. We did a lot of mobile walkthroughs at first. Everything we shot was on an iPhone, which actually iPhone footage still, I think, gets more views than professional photography.
Yeah.
I love the professional stuff, and it's 100% needed.
Yeah.
The organic stuff is also the iPhone stuff is 100% needed as well, especially for organic reach. And that, yeah, I just honestly think having the ability to have tech again has helped us massively. And yeah, we were very lucky to have marketing and sales, because it helped us keep our starting costs as low as possible.
Yep.
So that was a big help.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're now a team of 5 from Monday.
Fantastic. That's so good.
From Monday this week.
And what's interesting is you're obviously really strong in those skill sets now, having done so much digital and so much marketing and so on and so forth. And I noticed you popped up to me almost immediately when you started, I think. Yeah. And I think what's interesting is that the boating industry isn't necessarily up on that in some spaces. They're getting there. Yeah. And so it's funny. Some brands are really great at it now. Yeah. And some are still catching up. Yeah. And what's interesting about it is that some brands have got some incredible, beautiful, polished videos that they put out, and they're are stunning, absolutely fantastic. But I think there needs to be a mix of some authenticity and somebody commented to me yesterday, actually, they came up to me in the show as randoms do and said, are you the Boat Princess?
Which
is
good. It's amazing.
It's a bit surreal, but it's quite
autograph?
I wouldn't go that far, but they come up and they say that, and I say to them, can you give me some feedback? What do you think? Is there anything I could do better? What do you like about it? Yes. And they often comment that they like that it's not polished, that it's very real, that it's not that it's very real for them, and really they can see exactly what I'm talking about and why and all, and because and what's wonderful is I'm like you now. Yeah. I'm not actually assigned to a particular brand, so I can be very honest about what I like on a boat and what could be better, if we could say it that way.
What suits each person to, like, for their needs and their wants, then you can actually find like that perfect thing for them. And especially with brokerage, because obviously a new boat is going to be new, it's going to be shiny, it's going to be perfect, but what you would hope it's going to be perfect. Yeah. But with brokerage boats, which is obviously our main focus, the client almost wants to see a real picture. So we always do a professional shoot. Well, 90% of the time when it's possible, we do a professional shoot, but we always do iPhone photos and videos as well, because even if we don't post them, if they're not like as nice as I want them to be, as in like from quality from my side, we will always show them to the clients because it gives a real preview of the boat before the client gets there, so then they can actually see what it looks like. So there's no like hidden surprises or like, oh, the cushions are actually slightly discolored because you put a filter all over the photos. Like,
yes,
the client needs to see the real boat. So I often even say to videographers and stuff, I'm like, or photographers, like, oh, don't edit that out, like it's fine, like leave that small little hole in the seat, because if there is something there that the client needs to see to fix it, they need to know it's there when they're going to buy it.
yes.
So yeah, I think having, especially in brokerage, a lot more kind of raw organic footage, especially with people on that you're going to buy from, so because you're going to have a long-term relationship with that person hopefully as well, is so important. I'm enjoying putting that content out, but I don't know if I have to poor Brandon, he's getting told what to do left, right and centre, and I'm like, right, we're going to this boat to do a tour now. He's like, oh god, I need to do this with clients. And I'm like, no, you're going to be acting now.
Oh, love it.
But although I wouldn't call it acting, I'd say just explaining the boat basically.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, it's good. Yeah, now we have a larger team, we can
share it out a bit.
share it out a bit, which is good. So it's nice. And
so how is the market in Europe for brokerage at the moment?
I mean, for us it's actually going really well. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm like oh, everything's roses and whatever, but I mean, for us we're doing quite strong, which is really nice. We're happy with what we've been producing, and like, obviously you can never tell what's in the future, but for us we see a lot of movement. We've had a lot of movement now that we're still doing. The week before we left, we closed 3 deals, which was really nice, ranging from 52 foot to 78 foot, and a range of years as well. So it's very like, there's no like thing where we can see like, oh yeah, it's just the 50 footers that are selling. Like, it's kind of
there's
a range
no trends
as well.
that are very visible.
And we've got new listings coming up. We've got clients at the show. We've got 3 clients over today and yesterday, and then a couple more at the weekend. So it's been still quite busy, which is good. And in general, maybe it's harder for new boat sales because I think the prices have got a lot higher.
They have,
which has also made obviously people expect more for their brokerage boats.
Yeah.
So I would say as long as a vessel is priced correctly and an owner can be realistic, then I feel like the market's
there's movement
fine.
there. Yeah.
If someone's being unrealistic with their price and they don't particularly not want to sell, but they don't want to understand kind of the picture of the market that is the reality right now, then I think it's harder for that particular boat, basically.
Yeah. So what's the dream? What's the future of Browns, and what's the dream in front of you that you're aiming for?
Gosh, big question. We never want it to be so big that we can't deliver that kind of personalized service to a client. It's very hard to obviously say never, because you never know how you're going to grow in the future, but we would never want to be so large that we wouldn't know everyone's name, or we wouldn't know the team members very well. And we're a family business, and at the minute we've just done our first hire out of the family, which is quite exciting. So we would be quite like the right personality, let's say. So we would never hire. So
in other words, for you, it is really important that the ethos of that person, feel of that person fits in with
we want the
ethos
and the culture to be personal. Like, no one's going to throw the ethos out. We're still going to be friendly. We're all
Same
very
values.
down to earth. Like, it's very kind of like work hard, but like enjoy life and be a nice person. That sounds really like, just don't be a dickhead. Don't know if I can swear. Like, we don't want that.
It's a good policy to have.
Exactly. And be forward thinking and go getting, like this sort of stuff. So obviously we just finding that right team. So I don't think we'll be growing in a rush. So you never know where the wind takes you. I don't think we thought we'd be 5 people by this time. Like when we came here last year, we were just 2 people. So I think we were quite. We never would have been like, we're going to over double next year.
Yes.
But I think the dream is just to kind of keep growing, but as best possible service as possible, and keeping the quality of the brand the same, and just not losing our core values, basically.
Yeah.
And to live a good life.
Well, that's right. And in Mallorca,
Yeah.
you certainly can, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. And we're not just in Mallorca. We have half the team's based in the UK, and we've got boats across Europe. So we've got boats in, we've got a boat 20 minutes away in Antibes at the minute. We've got boats in Croatia. We've got boats on the mainland of Spain. We've got connections where we're doing some like kind of charter collaborations in Dubai, which might lead to maybe something else in the future. So yeah, so there's it's a lot kind of spread over, because boating is never really in one place anyway, is it? So you need to be connected and kind of have that flexibility to move around and stuff, which is actually why we enjoy not having an office at the minute. Yeah. So it's good, yeah.
So do you literally go to those locations to show those boats, or how does that roll?
Yes, exactly. So if we have a boat there in a location and we have a client that we know is a genuine good client, we will always fly and go meet them. Or if you've got a trusting captain on board and the client just wants to have like a quick look and has done like maybe a virtual view or virtual chat with one of the brokers, then that could be an opportunity as well. But most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, we'll fly out and go and see them. We always go out, see the boats in person, and we always do like the photo shoots. Obviously, that's all done with 1-2 team members there. So yeah, it's quite, we always make sure we don't want to take on anything that we wouldn't want to go to or can't go to or haven't seen in person, basically.
Yeah, but that's also why the digital is so important in keeping that
exactly.
very real, so that when the person does go and see it, and you've made that effort to do so,
that it's not a waste of everyone's time and money, and the crew's effort and everything else. Like if we try and make it as smooth as possible. Obviously nothing's totally smooth in boating, but yeah always the way. And yeah, we did have an office actually for a little bit, and we actually packed it up last week because we realized it wasn't working for us, and we were just throwing away money that we could put into something else, and going to an office that wasn't benefiting us when we are much better traveling, putting our effort into digital and kind of meeting people in ports and on boats, and keeping that client relationship alive outside of the office. Yes. So yeah, it's much better for us that way.
Yeah, I always think a boat's a great office.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I put that one to Brandon. I'm like, guys, so we just need to choose our new office while we're here. I'm like, since we got rid of the other one, we need one that moves so it can move with us. Like, put some logos up. I could do the cushions with the branding. I love it.
See, that'd be great.
See, it's perfect. Oh my god. Oh, I'll let you suggest that to him.
No, we've got to make it his idea, and then it'll be okay.
Exactly. That's so true. That is very true.
I don't know if you've seen Seakeeper have done some very clever advertising in the ladies' toilets here.
Oh no!
It's on the back of the doors of the ladies' toilets, and it says it's Seakeeper, and it says make him think it's his idea.
Love it. Oh my god, that's so good. Do you know who's doing the marketing there?
I don't, but I think that's really clever. Really clever.
I love that. That's so good. Oh my god, and it's so true.
It is so true.
It is so true.
It is so true.
It is definitely. We've had that a few times.
Yeah. But we love them. There's no criticism here. There's no judgment. We're just saying that is reality sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. Oh my god, how funny.
Well, thank you so much, Olivia. It's been lovely talking to you.
No, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been very interesting, and looking forward to listening to it, maybe not. If I can listen to my own voice.
So tell me, how does everybody find you? Where's the website? Where's the Instagram? Tell everybody.
So Instagram, Browns International Yachts. Website, Browns-International. And it's actually, everything is just Browns International Yachts, basically. So we are online, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Gosh, I'm trying to think, am I missing one right now? Facebook, but it's a bit quiet. Like, I just feel like that for us, it's not the best one. But TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, it's going on. And website,
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you.
And so from Cannes Yachting Festival on this beautiful Squadron 58, thank you, Fairline, for having us. This is a lovely interview. It's been delightful sitting on this flybridge, I have to say. And we shall see you on the water soon. Hi everyone, thought I'd just jump in here and say thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate you doing so. Please share it with your friends, tell people about it. and give us a review. We'd really appreciate a review. We'd like to know what you'd like to hear about as well. You can connect with us on LinkedIn, Nikki Vo, the Boat Princess, and Instagram at the Boat Princess. If you'd like to get involved in some of our events, then contact us at info@theboatprincess.com or simply sign up for our newsletter at theboatprincess.com. You take care. We'll see you on the water soon. It's lovely to have you here. We appreciate you. The Boat Princess podcast is hosted by Nikki Vo, produced by the Boat Princess Media, and available anywhere you get your podcast.